Hi Mrs Mitchell's group. This week in maths we will be doing some work on fractions, and today it's unit and non-unit fractions. Unit fractions are where the fraction has a 1 at the top, and non-unit fractions is where you have a number bigger than 1 at the top as the numerator. Have a look at this set of shapes here. We've got 1 blue triangle and 3 red circles. We've got to think about the fraction that goes here. So something of the shapes are triangles and what fraction of the shapes are circles. This line here means out of. So something out of something of the shapes are triangles and something out of something of the shapes are circles. The bottom number is called the denominator. That's how many shapes there are all together. And then the top number is called the numerator. That's just how many of them are triangles in this case and circles in this case. So 1 out of 4 shapes are triangles. So we put a 1 here and a 4 here. So a quarter. 1/4 of the shapes are triangles. And then 3 out of 4 of the shapes are circles, and that's 3/4. 3/4 of the shapes are circles. So 1/4 is a unit fraction, and that's because it's got 1 at the top of the fraction, so it's got 1 as its numerator. And then 3/4 is a non-unit fraction because it's got a number that's greater than 1 as its numerator. So look at these set of shapes. We've got 3 circles, 1 triangle and 2 squares. What fraction of all the shapes are circles? What fraction of all the shapes are triangles? And what fraction of all the shapes are squares? Pause the video while you write the 3 fractions down. Okay, so remembering this line means out of. I've got 3 out of 6 shapes that are circles. What fraction are triangles? 1 out of 6 of the shapes are triangles. And then we've got 2 squares, so 2 out of the 6 shapes are squares. Well done if you got those right. Now look at this picture here. What fraction of this shape is shaded? So remember, a fraction is something out of something. So 1 piece out of how many pieces are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 out of 7 pieces are shaded. The whole has been divided into how many equal parts. And the key thing about fractions is when you're splitting them in parts, they have to be equal. So it's 7 equal parts. 1 equal part is shaded. So 1/7 of the shape is shaded. And what type of a fraction is 1/7? Is it a unit fraction or a non-unit fraction? It's a unit fraction because it's got 1 as its numerator. Now have a go at this slide. Pause the video while you work out what goes in each gap. So the whole has been divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equal parts again. How many equal parts are shaded? So 4 equal parts are shaded. So 4 out of 7, 4/7 is shaded. And 4/7 is a non-unit fraction because its numerator is greater than 1. Write a fraction to show how much of the shape is shaded. So something out of something is blue. So how many pieces are there all together? I'm going to put a dot where I do my first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 pieces all together. And how many pieces are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6/7 are shaded. Can you write down for each of the other pictures, what fraction is shaded? Pause the video while you do this. So I've got 3, 3, 3. So I've got 9 pieces altogether. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are shaded. Here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 7 of them are shaded. So 7/8 are shaded. Here I've got 8 again. And 1 of them is shaded. 1/8 is shaded. Here I've got 8 again. And 2 pieces are shaded. So 2/8 are shaded. And then here we've got 2/3 that are shaded. Is this a unit or a non-unit fraction? This is a non-unit fraction, non-unit fraction, non-unit fraction, because they've all got a number greater than 1 as its numerator. What's this one? This is a unit fraction, because 1 is its numerator. That's a non-unit fraction, and that's a non-unit fraction. This is your last slide. I'd like to know what fraction is shaded and are they unit or non-unit fractions. Pause the video while you do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 8/9 is shaded. 8 out of 9 pieces are shaded. And that's a non-unit fraction. I'm going to put NU. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4/7 of this shape is shaded, and that's a non-unit fraction. Here we've got 4/6 shaded, and that's a non-unit fraction. Here we've got 2/6 shaded, and that's a non-unit fraction. Here we've got 1/4 shaded, and that's a unit fraction because 1 is its numerator. And then here we've got 2/3 shaded, and that is a non-unit fraction. Well done. We'll see you tomorrow for some more work on fractions.